Good morning, 4 News Radio 95. In the city right now, the relative humidity is 66%, southwesterly winds at 21, giving us a wind chill factor of 25 degrees below zero.
Hey, Super Bowl hats here. Both team hats here.
High winds and very cold temperatures are the main factor to contend with the wind chill index 25 to 35 below zero on strong winds. It is most treacherous of all for pedestrians right now. Sidewalks are glazed over most of the area. If you have a chance to hire someone or do it yourself, try to get that ice cleared.
Perhaps in one respect, Detroit's Silver Dome was an appropriate site for the Cincinnati Bengals to meet the San Francisco 49ers. Both teams had come in from the cold to feel the warm glow of success after years of bitter disappointment and failure. Neither team had ever appeared in a Super Bowl before, and they arrived in markedly different frames of mind. The 49ers appeared confident and relaxed. Coach Bill Walsh set the mood for his team earlier in the week when he donned a bellman's uniform and helped his players with their luggage. The Bengals, on the other hand, seemed anxious and grim, proud survivors of a difficult voyage under a demanding captain, Coach Forrest Gregg. Super Bowl history suggests the team that scores first wins the game. It had happened in 13 of 15 previous Super Bowls, and when Amos Lawrence of the 49ers fumbled away the opening kickoff, the Bengals had a chance to test that statistic. But they blew the test and then would become a victim of it. With the ball on the San Francisco 10-yard line, Kenny Anderson's pass was intercepted by Dwight Hicks, who returned the ball to the 32. From there, the 49ers would begin their quest for that all-important first touchdown that in Super Bowls past had usually shaped the action for the rest of the game. In 1981, Bill Walsh guided his 49ers to the NFC title with an offense that controlled the ball by passing rather than running. Bill Ring gained 7 yards running out of this unbalanced line. It was a little thing, but in Walsh's meticulous, precise offense, it is the sum of little things that count.
The 49ers are on the board, and they may up rather easily as they went 68 yards to score.
Super Bowls often bring out the little old lady in mighty football teams, but the 49ers protected their lead with a defense that was just as daring and creative as their offense. Fred Dean, number 74, the all-pro defensive end, was used once as a roving linebacker in the first quarter. Dean's blitz was picked up, but Keena Turner got in for the sack. A more significant blow was struck by cornerback Eric Wright in the second quarter. Anderson completed a pass to Chris Collingsworth at the 49er 8. But Wright stripped the ball from Collingsworth and Lynn Thomas recovered. The ball-hawking 49er secondary had again snuffed out another Cincinnati scoring opportunity.
Brown right slot, F right, halfback counter, 14-0.
The 49ers took over the ball 8 yards from their own goal line. And from there began the longest touchdown march in Super Bowl history. Like the 49ers' first scoring drive, this one consisted not of a few big plays, but a lot of small ones, executed with precision and without error. With the ball on the Bengal 11, the 49ers called a play they hadn't used in 2 years.
Here's Montana throwing toward the end zone. Caught on the run by Cooper. He's got it. He's into the end zone. A 49er touchdown. Earl Cooper drifted off into the left flat. Nobody picked him up over there. And a very, very well-conceived 49er offense has resulted in 3 or 4 wide-open receivers this afternoon.
The pass play that ended this 92-yard drive began with Earl Cooper faking a dive into the line. Freddie Solomon and Mike Schumann, the wide receivers on the left side, lured 3 defenders into the end zone. Then Cooper slipped unguarded into their vacated area to receive Montana's short pass. The befuddled Bengals encountered still another aspect of Bill Walsh's clever game plan on the ensuing kickoff.
Stay tuned for more Film Session.
Then he culminated the 83-yard march with a 5-yard scramble for Cincinnati's first touchdown. The cool ingenuity of Bill Walsh had shaped the character of the first half. Now the mad fury of Forrest Gregg's defense would dominate the third quarter.
Second down, he's going to run his ass. Should be alert, second and long, to run that 36, 34 over there.
In the third quarter, the 49er offense was limited to 8 plays for a grand total of 4 yards.
The guy's playing so loose. He's playing the inside, take it up and break it. Don't chase him in. You're getting yourself covered by the inside linebacker.
On the bend in?
On the out route, on the 63.
Late in the period, a 49-yard bomb from Anderson to Collingsworth put the Bengals in position to score their second touchdown. With the ball on the 5-yard line, the 49ers committed what could have been a costly error. Linebacker Keena Turner didn't hear the call to go out on the field, and San Francisco lined up with only 10 men. Pete Johnson was held to just 2 yards, but it was enough for a first down and set the stage for the greatest goal line stand in Super Bowl history. Like the game itself, the outcome of this goal line stand would be determined by a collection of small things, some done well, some not. With it first down and goal to go at the 3, 49er tackle John Coma was not blocked. A missed assignment allowed him a clean shot at Pete Johnson, and with help from Danny Buns, Coma held the huge fullback to a 2-yard gain. Second down and 1 from the 1. Watch center Blair Bush, number 58, make a leaping but futile attempt to reach Jack Reynolds, number 64. Bush was too late, as Reynolds anticipated the play and delivered a stunning blow that helped stop Johnson for no gain. Bush would have preferred not to jump, but he was forced to by the charge of Archie Reese, and by the time he landed, Reynolds was on his way to the ball carrier. Actually, there were 2 missed blocks on this play. Anderson had called a blocking audible at the line of scrimmage. The man in motion, David Versa, was supposed to block Craig Pookie, but Versa didn't hear the audible, and Pookie jammed the play for no gain. Third down and 1 from the 1. Anderson passed to running back Charles Alexander, but Danny Buns dropped him 12 inches short of the goal line. It was an outstanding play by Buns and another critical mistake by the Bengals. The play called for Alexander to get into the end zone before he turned for the ball. But he made his cut too short, and Buns made him pay for his mistake by tackling him immediately. Fourth down and 1 foot.
Bengals now as Ken Anderson is ready from the 2-foot line, calling signals on 4th down, has the ball, hands it off. He's met at the goal line. I don't believe he got in. I don't believe he's in there. The 49ers have held, and listen to the Niners crowd across the way.
The final play in the 49ers' magnificent stand was, in the best sense of the cliche, a team effort. Reynolds, Buns, and Ronnie Lott converged on Johnson and stuffed him at the line of scrimmage. Cincinnati had not only lost another scoring opportunity, but they lost something just as important: time. With only 1 quarter left to play, the 49ers led 20-7.
Stay tuned for more Film Session on the NFL Network.
Although time was running out on the Bengals, their fighting spirit never flagged.
Come on, O-line! Go!
And early in the 4th quarter, their offense retrieved some of its lost dignity with a determined 53-yard touchdown drive.
Anderson will go back to throw. Looks, fires into the end zone. Touchdown to Dan Ross. And now the Bengals are right back in this football game.
With 10 minutes to play, the difference between the two teams was only 6 points. And the greatest comeback in Super Bowl history suddenly seemed within the grasp of the surging Cincinnati Bengals.
Coming back on them, man. We can do it.
And you have to wonder if the 49ers aren't beginning to come apart a little bit here, Andy.
All day long, the 49ers had consistently made the little plays. Now they needed a big one. They got it when Joe Montana passed to Mike Wilson for a 22-yard gain. Walsh designed this play specifically for Mike Wilson because whenever he ran a pattern longer than 20 yards, the Bengals would cover him deep, assuming he would be Montana's long-range target. But this new play, named Sweep Pass Right Z Comeback, called for Wilson to go downfield 25 yards, then cut off the pattern and come back for a shorter pass. A tiny adjustment, but a big play, and it gave the 49ers decent field position for the first time in the second half. From this point on, Walsh went exclusively to his ground attack. Cincinnati finally stopped the 49ers' advance by sending defensive backs like Bobby Kemp, number 26, on kamikaze missions to knock out the lead blockers. The Bengals had given up too much ground, however, and Ray Wersching's 40-yard field goal restored strategic control of the game to the 49ers. Whatever small hope remained for the Bengals died on their next offensive play.
Here's Anderson backpedaling, throws a pass over the middle. And it's intercepted by Wright. He got it at the 45, the 40, down the sideline, the 25, cuts back in, still on his feet. Gets away from the tackler, then fumbles it. It's loose there at the 21-yard line. We'll see who got it. And the 49ers have recovered a ball just short of the Bengals' 21-yard line. That might be it right there.
Eric Wright's interception led to Wersching's 4th field goal, which increased San Francisco's lead to 12 points with just 2 minutes to play. Now the Bengals were battling not only the fired-up 49ers, but an even more relentless enemy, the clock.
Run, clock, run!
Once again, the resourceful 49ers proved there are many ways to play this game and win. They let Anderson complete his passes in the center of the field, but never allowed his receivers to catch the ball near the sideline and stop the clock. So, as Anderson gained yards, he lost time. With 16 seconds left, the Bengals scored on a pass from Anderson to Dan Ross. Although the final touchdown belonged to Cincinnati, Super Bowl 16 belonged to the San Francisco 49ers.
The 49ers have won it. Bill Walsh and his staff and a team that's compounded pro football observers throughout the year, winning week after week and compiling that 13-3 regular season record.
For the first time in the 35-year history of the team, the people of San Francisco could proudly say those three magic words: World Champion 49ers.